Hi, my name is Grady Miller. I'm the CMO of NRG, and we're coming to you live from Sport Beach at the Cannes Lions Festival of Creativity, where we're celebrating the intersection of sport, culture, and the future of fandom with some of the biggest names in the business. Today, I am joined by Fotoulla Damaskos, EVP Brand Strategy and Innovation at NRG. Hi, Fotoulla.
Hi, Grady.
Good to be with you.
Good to be here.
We're excited to talk a little bit about NRG's study around fandom and brand fandom specifically. Can you tell me a little bit about why NRG embarked on this work at this time and what's exciting about brand fandom in 2023?
Yeah, so NRG's been studying brand fandom for quite a while now. Started decades ago with the entertainment space, and understanding what brand fandom is in the entertainment space with some of the biggest brands. We move on to the sports space, and now we're studying to see what brand fandom means for brands, just everyday brands across all categories, and how brands can build it, contribute to it, and really harness the power of brand fandom for their brands.
Yeah. Great. Earlier this month, you released the Fandom 50. Can you tell me a little bit more about what that is?
Yeah, so the Fandom 50 is a list of...
Cheetah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Fandom 50 is a list of 50 brands with the most powerful fandom, and it's based on a composite metric that we created based on the drivers of brand fandom. We use data science to create a framework for what drives brand fandom, and use that to create a measurement framework to see how brands perform. And the Fandom 50 list is the top 50 brands that have that most powerful brand fandom based on those metrics.
Very exciting. So what makes up brand fandom? What are the pillars that brands should look to when they're thinking about growing or amplifying their fandoms?
Yeah, so based on that analysis, we identified 3 key pillars that really create brand fandom, and the first is around action, which is they all span behavioral or emotional connection. So the first pillar is about action, and that is engagement with the brand or being a first choice in the category. The second pillar is alignment, and that's really about the emotional connection with the brand and a brand's ability to reflect someone's identity or brand value or values. So that's the alignment pillar. And then the third pillar is amplification, and that's really about the community that surrounds a brand and the extent to which the brand is creating buzz and generating advocacy within its biggest fans.
Great. And what's it like when, fans are just starting their journey with a brand and they're just starting to become a fan? What does that journey look like from the beginning to really becoming super passionate and engaged with the brand?
Yeah. So what's really cool is with the we did a lot of data analysis and modeling against the 250 brands that we measured in the Fandex. And we found that while there's many paths to fandom, there is one dominant path to fandom. And it starts with this idea of momentum. Momentum is this belief that a brand is on its way up, and it emerges from innovation. So a brand's ability to focus on innovation or continuous evolution or even creativity creates a sense of momentum. And that momentum generates buzz. So that's when the brand enters a cultural conversation. People start talking about the brand. That buzz then gets people to engage with the brand. And when people engage with the brand in a really meaningful way, it feels personally relevant to them, it reflects their values and identity. That's what we see really leading to brand fandom. So it's this idea of momentum to buzz to engagement, and then the epitome is brand fandom. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So what's next for the NRG Fandex? What can brands learn now that we've developed this framework and are starting to understand a little bit more about the ingredients of brand fandom?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, we measured a total of 250 brands in this first wave of research, and we're sharing right now with brands that want to understand how they scored and what really contributes to their brand fandom. We're sharing data with those 250 brands. So happy to share that data with any brand on the list. But also we're measuring brands that were not included in that 250, and we can put any brand through this framework. But there's also so much more. We've got a lot of category insights. We studied a total of 18 different categories across those 250 brands and clearly understand what drives fandom uniquely by category. And then also we're doing a lot of custom engagements where we are looking to see what drives a specific brand's fandom and looking to see how they're performing against the metrics that we know are critical to getting to the strongest fandom possible.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Outside of fandom, what are you looking forward to seeing here at the Cannes Lions?
Oh, there's so much great stuff. We have at Sport Beach an amazing lineup of athletes, and hearing about how sports fandom really does translate to the brand world, and how brands can learn from sports and harness the power of sports fandom, and what they need to do specifically to kind of engage fans and create that community that is so electrifying and energized behind something that they believe in passionately. So there's a lot to learn here, and Cannes in general is amazing.
Thanks so much to Fotoulla Damaskos for joining us in this very insightful conversation. That's it for now. Make sure to tag #SportBeach2023 and keep track of Stagwell social media to stay tuned to all the action this week.